In order to understand the true essence of Muay Thai, we travel to Southeast Asia, destination Thailand, a picturesque and serene country. Thailand is home to beautiful beaches, tropical islands, and clear aqua waters. The tropical climates contribute to its extraordinary jungles, filled with thick foliage and flowing waterfalls. The jungles of Thailand are filled with exotic wildlife, including the almost extinct Bengal tiger and highly venomous king cobra. The cultures are fascinating and diverse. The food throughout Thailand is exotic and amazingly flavorful. Fresh eats are plentiful and typically a bargain. Great snacks in a meal can be found for just a few dollars. Thailand is a very spiritual country with a lot of heart. As portrayed throughout the country, both strong spirit and heart are required by Muay Thai practitioners in order to endure the extensive training and punishment to their bodies. Thailand has a mystical history in which the ancient sport of Muay Thai has been an important part. Bangkok is the international gateway into Thailand. From the US, most routes stop over Hong Kong or Japan prior to arriving in Bangkok. Bangkok, the capital of Thailand, hosts the largest and most respected Muay Thai matches in the world. Bangkok is a city full of life. It is also one of the eating, shopping, and party capitals of the world, filled with endless nights of food, fun, and entertainment. Another popular attraction that many foreigners visit is its infamous red light district. Bangkok's top stadiums are Lumpini and Ratchadunum. Top Muay Thai fighters around the country strive for a privilege to compete at Lumpini Stadium. This is where both action and excitement are at their peaks. From Bangkok, we head to Chiang Mai via train in search of a Muay Thai training camp that is open to foreigners. Airplanes and buses are other means of transportation between Bangkok and Chiang Mai. Chiang Mai is the largest northern Thailand city. Besides a world welcome Muay Thai camp, Chiang Mai offers some of the most spectacular sightseeing in the world. A local hill tribe village, Doi Pui, offers a taste of ancient Thai lifestyles. Nestled in the mountains overlooking Chiang Mai is a magnificent hillside Buddhist temple, Doi Suthep. It is a very spiritual place. Similar to Buddhism, we learn that spirit is a large part of the heart of Muay Thai. In addition to fun daytime activities, Chiang Mai is known for its night bazaar, which includes unbelievable food, shopping, sightseeing, and overall fun. We talked to one of the local restaurant owners.
My shop, 45 years.
45 years.
45 years. And seafood, Thai food, the liver fish, sea fish. Yeah.
Oh.
Before I make in the market, small shop.
Okay.
Now last one.
Nice.
Yeah.
Beautiful fish.
Yeah.
Very fresh.
Yeah. Thai food, hot Thai. Yeah. Noodle, spaghetti, tom yum, tom kha kai. Yeah. Pinglo, Chiang Mai food, seafood, pagaya. Okay.
Thai silk is in the area.
Thai silk.
Yeah, yeah.
It's all made in Thailand or Nepal. There are many arts and craft items that are unique to northern Thailand, including these beautiful hand-carved teak wood sculptures. Individuals travel thousands of miles to train at Salana Muay Thai, or Kite Busaba in Thai.
Basically, we're a Muay Thai family. We train every day. We teach foreigners to try and earn a living for the camp and support the boys, and we fight around the countryside here on a regular basis with our boxers.
At Lana's camp, each student can train towards their own goals, allowing beginners and non-fighters a chance to learn the art. Every day around 4 p.m., people prepare for their training. In order to learn more about the various aspects of Muay Thai, we asked Andy Thompson. Andy helps his wife run the camp.
My Thai boys live here in the house. They're supported by us 100%. Okay. From the doctors to the school to the food to clothing, everything. It's our responsibility. As long as they stay with us and train and fight for us. The foreigners also, I have some rooms in the big house here, which foreigners can stay in, and we have a house down the road where we live, and we put foreigners in there with us too. So, and there's a lot of little guest houses and whatnot around that people can stay at. We teach Muay Thai.
Muay Thai.
Plain and simple, Muay Thai. That's all we do. We train Muay Thai, we train to fight in the ring. And we teach people whether they want to fight or not. It doesn't matter. We teach everybody. But our main purpose and our sole focus here is Muay Thai. Okay. We do some other things. We do a lot of running, which is part of the Muay Thai training. We do weight training, which is like a supplement to the Muay Thai. But it is purely Muay Thai. And Muay Thai for fighting in the ring.
The instructors teach focus, power, and technique. Bags and pads are used extensively to simulate hitting human flesh. Shadowboxing in the mirror helps them perfect their form.
There's no written history of Muay Thai before the beginning of the 20th century. Is when they first started writing down. Everything before that is oral history, and they claim that Muay Thai goes back up to 2,000 years. But it's likely that it was a fighting form many years ago, and it's evolved over the years, going from being a military hand-to-hand combat to what it is today, a sport in the ring. There's quite a few legends and stories that go with the history. It's quite a colorful history, but it's all oral history, and you can interpret it in many different ways. As you will find if you study the texts, there's many different interpretations of the same stories. But basically it's a very old martial art that comes from way back in the history of Thailand, and it remains to this day a very important part of the culture of this country. Every country fair that you go to has 2 or 3 entertainments at them, and one of them is usually boxing or Muay Thai.
So it's popular for a female sport too?
Not as popular.
Right.
I think it's just not as widely accepted.
Really? How many females are training here about?
Let's see. In the morning or the afternoon?
In, well, total.
It varies. In the morning there's like 3 of us, and then in the afternoon there's 2 or 3 more girls.
So you ever get whacked in the temple with an elbow or anything?
Not so far, but you know, a couple kicks, a couple punches. But try to give them back as much as I take them.
Muay Thai fighters have 6-pack stomachs, muscles of steel, and everlasting endurance. What do typical workouts at Lana's camp consist of?
Running, then they do bag work and pad work with one of the instructors, and then some sparring, skipping as well, and then strength exercises such as you know, chin-ups, push-ups, squats, sit-ups, things like that.
On our visit to Lana's Muay Thai camp, we ran into Pedro Salana Villalobos, co-author of Fighting Strategies of Muay Thai, Secrets of Thailand's Boxing Camps.
How long did it take you to write this
It
book?
took me about 2 years
Okay.
on the writing, and it's the experience of 1 year traveling in Thailand. I went to 46 Thai boxing camps, and I tried all kind of styles, north style, south style. When I hear a Thai boxing camp that it was very good, I was going there to try 1 or 2 weeks to see how, and yeah, I learned quite a few things. And for I'm fighting for every continent, and now my body cannot, but you know, I can see myself and say, okay, you have here the book, you know, your work is pay off. So I am still trying.
You started training in Spain?
Yeah,
or?
in Spain.
And then
Yes,
came to Thailand to train
No,
more?
and then I went to America, and then I came to Thailand, and then I went to America, and then
Where
on
in
and off.
America were you?
In Atlanta, Georgia.
Oh, wow.
And fighting all over too? Training
Yeah, in
for-
Europe, America, and in Thailand as well.
Great.
But now I cannot fight. Now
You tired?
yeah, retired because 1.5 years my arm broke.
Wow.
And I say okay.
Still training though?
Yeah, I'm still
yeah.
trying. I think I will be training all my life because I really love Muay Thai. But you know, you need to know. I'm 31 years old, and you need to know when the limit is the limit. You know, and
How old are you?
31.
31. I didn't have my first fight until I was 33.
I mean, yeah, you can still fighting, you know, but but in Thailand it's very hard, very hard. Especially, you know, I live in Bangkok. If you fight in Bangkok,
It's hard.
if you fight in a stadium, maybe Ratchanon or Lumpini, I mean, you need to be pretty good.
You need to be fit and
You need to be
strong,
fit and
training all the
strong.
time.
I've been a monk in this year, in April and May. I was a monk in Bangkok. And I'm a Buddhist, and hopefully next year I will be again a monk for 1 year. To me, it's martial arts without the spiritual aspect is like any sport. To me, martial arts is not about win or lose or make money. To me, it's perfecting yourself in a way of become every day better and better and better. All the exercise and all the energy that you put into it, I think you need to canalize all that when you get older into the spiritual, into the inside. Use your knowledge and everything that you learn to show people, to help people, and to become more in touch with yourself. So I think it's the more important thing in martial arts. As a matter of fact, I was thinking for a while be a monk all my life, but I'm not, because I like women. What I cannot tell you, I'm not gonna lie to you. But I also have, my girlfriend or my wife, so I cannot be a monk, but I can still do meditation, and all this kind of things.
They're strong in their faith, okay? And the Buddhist religion is one of the nicest religions in the world, I think, because it doesn't demand anything of anybody, and yet people give more to the religion here than they do in most countries. But it's done with free will, which is what I like about it so much. But yes, the Thais, aside from the Buddhist side, they believe very much in animism, the spirit world, and that is very much part and parcel of all of the boxers' lives. They talk to the ghosts every time before they go for a fight. They speak to the ghosts. We're still working towards that championship in Bangkok. Maybe I have a couple of potential boys who could do that for us, but that's a very, very tough thing, and we'll see. That's another few years down the road, I imagine.
We head back to Bangkok to enjoy non-stop food, fun, and entertainment, including a visit to a live Muay Thai event. What is it like to be in Bangkok's best Muay Thai arena, the one and only Lumpini Stadium? The stadium is owned by the military but is open to and welcomes all. Top fighters compete for the championship and associated winnings. The intensity and excitement are high. Alertness is running at optimal. Fists, legs, elbows, and knees are flying and pounding on the opponents. The MPs surround the stadium to keep things in order. The audience becomes more vocal and animated as the fighters' intensity increases.
The Wai Crew in the Ramoi, which is a ceremony they do before the fights. The Wai Crew, Wai is the greeting. The crew is teacher. So it means Wai Crew means you're paying respect to your teacher. And that's what they do. When they kneel down in the middle for and bow 3 times, that is to pay respect to their teacher. That is the Wai Crew. The Ramoi is a dance that follows. And this dance is done as a warm-up prior to the fight. It's done as a demonstration of one's ability, one's control, one's style. It can also indicate who your trainer is by the style of the Ramoi. That was more prevalent than it is nowadays, but still, certain people from certain areas have different styles of Ramoi. And the Ramoi can change the betting odds, depending on if you have a very nice Ramoi and the other guy doesn't, well, the odds might change. But it's an important part of the fight preparation for the boxer himself too. For preparing his mind, he has to concentrate for a short time, he gets warmed up. I think it's a very nice way of starting a fight, instead of just ringing the bell, getting in there. Yeah, a little bit of calmness before the storm, you might say. Standard is, and it's for everybody, even the people fighting first time, like the foreigners that we throw in the ring for the first time, it's full rules, 5 rounds, 3 minutes. 3 minutes around, 2 minutes in between, full rules.
And good luck.
Elbows, knees, everything. Yes, and good luck.
What is the significance of the live music at the matches?
It's used to liven the atmosphere, obviously, and you can tell immediately if you watch boxing match and a Muay Thai match in the same venue. It's so funny because boxing's only it's quiet. You don't hear anybody, nobody's cheering, there's no music going on. Muay Thai comes on comes the music, and up goes the cheers, and away you go, and it's quite different. The music also follows the tempo of the fight, and will pick up pace if the fighters pick up pace. So the fighters are not supposed to follow the music. The music is not there for following. It's there to give them a rhythm, but not for them to follow. It's there to give, if you have a good ear for it, you can tell when the round is coming near the end, the music picks up. Especially you can hear it in the 5th round. They pick up the music right at the end, and it lasts a minute or 30 seconds as the music is really playing fast to encourage the boxers to fight harder. And again, it's part of the tradition. It's what makes, one of the things that makes Muay Thai so exciting.
There are 3 judges who will decide the winning fighter. Other judges watch the matches as they wait their turn in the box. Unlike any other boxing match, the referee does not break up extensive holding. Holding while kneeing and throwing elbows is completely legal in Muay Thai. After some time, the ref may choose to break up the hugging sessions and restart the fighters, especially if there is not enough action. Each time a strike lands, the audience yells out a cheer. Alertness and speed allow fighters to dodge devastating blows. At the end of the match, the referee collects the votes and announces the winner. Betting is a big part of the live events.
The Thais all gamble odds back and forth from each other. You watch
During the course in the arena.
During the fight, they'll bet on knockouts, they'll bet on fights ending this round or that round, they'll bet on anything. And they call out their odds, they got a language all the wrong. Exactly. And the numbers in the head just, well, it's no different from Muay Thai. They have the same thing. The numbers are clicking over and they know each other, even across the whole arena. They'll know each other because they do it all the time. It's the same people there all the time.
What strategies do you use in the ring?
Oh, elbow.
Elbow.
Number one technique.
Number one.
Win most with elbow.
Knees.
And knees. Okay.
What is your approach to enduring round after round body pounding?
Fighting spirit.
Fighting. Big heart. Big heart. Okay.
With all of the flying body parts, what blows are the most devastating?
The elbow's probably the most dangerous. The knees, well, only if you pull the head down to the knee, but you don't see that very often. In the elbows, again, the elbows are used as a cutting technique, so they're all dangerous. Like that kick is very dangerous if it gets the right place. But surprisingly, for all the fights that I have seen, they don't have many injuries, not serious injuries. The worst I've seen is a broken shin. I've seen dislocated shoulders. I've seen some nasty cuts in the face. And I've seen some mashed noses. But again, not as serious as you might imagine. Okay? And they do have deaths in the ring here, but it's not that common. Not as common as you would think, considering how many fights they actually have. If you consider every little village in Thailand has its country fairs and its festivals and any special occasion, a holiday, and have lots of them here, there's always boxing going on. There's always boxing around. So there's fighting all over the country. Probably on any given day, there's boxing going on at some place in the country. So, and you don't hear of deaths that often.
Which everyone he wants. There's no limit time of how long life will have to be.
The fighters perform ancient pre-fight rituals, paying homage to their art, school, and main instructor.
Before they can actually fight in tonight's program, they must have a complete physical checkup by the doctor here at the stadium.
During the round breaks, rubdowns are used not only to massage out the sore muscles, but also to stimulate the blood flow, which increases the fighter's agility and speed. Both fighters are strong and take great punishment. A few elbows fly, some connecting as the fighters pound, and the crowd gets more excited and animated.
To give you a brief history about Muay Thai, there's no date recorded of when Muay Thai actually started, but we do believe that Muay Thai started in our country because it's the oldest art of our country today. Before, Muay Thai was only taught to the upper class and to the military to use as a self-defense. As it became more popular to our people, then it has turned into the sport.
By the last round, we can see that the fighters are exhausted, but they keep pushing on. Winning the main event in Lumpini Stadium brings great respect and recognition in the Muay Thai world throughout all of Thailand.